Lesson 1, number 5. This is our Desmos, which will be helping us as a calculator. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in GCF. Let me do it again. GCF, parenthesis. Then you're going to type in 18, comma. Your next number is 9, comma. And your last number is 6. Do you see how there's -6 there? You do not want to use negative, so just put 6. Now, look at this. It gave us the answer, 3. So our GCF is 3. Okay, now we're going to get back to our actual paper. Okay, so I had 3 also because I did it by brain power. I did not use Desmos, but either way will work. So we got 3 on all of them. Now let's look at our A's. We start one at a time. So A, there's an A here, and we gotta look for the third term, and there's an A there too. Great, so we could use A. All right, now, see the A's? We wanna use the lowest power. Our lowest power is 1. So we're gonna go with 1. All right, next we have B. So let's look at every part of this equation. First one has B squared. Second one, look at that, it doesn't have a B. And third one does have a B. Now, even if one of them has a B and the other one doesn't, we cannot use it. So it is not common. So we will not use a B. Okay, we are going to a C. C squared, C1, C1. Perfect. So all of them have a C. So we're gonna, that's common. So we're gonna use a C. Now we are looking, what's our lowest C? C to the first power. So we're going to put C to the first power. Okay. All right, so now C it 3 times, write it once. Okay, so we are technically done with the bottom part. So what we could pre-write our plus, leave a space of course, leave another space, and we could pre-write our minus because we are not doing anything with the signs. All right, now 18 divided by 3, so what we're doing is dividing our numbers, is 6. Now like we said, we don't have any B, so you just write that B2. You have to put it in because it's left over, which we're doing, we put in the remainder, what's left over inside. Now we look at our C. 2 minus 1 is just 1. C to the first power. Now we're moving on to the second part of this equation. 9 divided by 3 is just 3. These two are identical. See that? All of it is. So that means this crosses out because 1 minus 1 is 0. A to the 0 is just 1. So we're just going to leave 3 here. We don't have to write the ones. All right, last part of the equation. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now we're looking at our A's. 2 minus 1 is just 1. A to the first power. Now there's no B, so don't forget you got to write that B in. And C1 and C1 are identical, so they just cancel out. Or C1 minus C1 is just C to the 0, which is still 1. Okay, so our final answer will be 3A1 to the C to the first power, 6B squared, C to the first power plus 3 minus 2AB. So this is your final answer. Okay. Number 6. We have negative 6ST squared minus 24ST. Okay, so we are going to look at our equation and determine what is common in both of these. So they both have minus, so we're going to put that down. Now our GCF would be 6. If you still need help with Desmos, you could always put, don't forget to put your GCF, parenthesis, you would put 6 comma 24, and it would give you the answer. It would give you 6. Okay, so if you need to use Desmos, this is for Desmos. If you want to use brain power, then you know that 6 goes into both of these. 6 divided by 6 is 1, and then 24 divided by 6 is 4. So that's how I know that worked, because our remainders, when I divide these out, were not fraction. Okay, let's finish up this problem. All right, we have 2 S's. Perfect. So we're going to put them both down because those are common. They were both to the first power, so perfect. So we don't even need to look which power. Now we have T here and T here. These are both T's. So we put those down. They are common. Now don't forget, we go with the lower power of a T, which is 1. Okay. Now you see it twice. Write it once. So you're going to have negative 6 ST, parenthesis. All right. So now we're going to solve this. Negative 6 divided by 6 is just 1. Take up a 1 here. Now this one's same, cancels out. You don't have to put anything down. And then 2 minus 1 is just T to the first power. Okay. All right, don't pre-write nothing here right now because they are both negative, so it's going to change. So second part of this equation, negative 24 divided by negative 6 is plus 4. Now, if you look at the S's, they cancel because they're identical. These cancel. We are done. So our final product, that's our final product. All right, number 7. We have 14x squared y to the third power minus 35 xy squared minus 63 y squared z. Okay. All right. First thing, we're going to look for GCF. All right. Brain power. I'm going to go with 7. So if I put 7 underneath. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 35. 35 divided by 7 is going to give us 5. And the last one, 63 divided by 7 is going to give us 9. Okay, they all work. No decimals. Good. All right. So next thing we got to do is, if you need to put it in decimals, you can. So I would go up here and I would type in, if you want to double check yourself, that's a good way to double check yourself. GCF. So we had 14, comma, don't forget, don't put negatives. 35, comma, 63. Okay, 7. All right, we good. Let's continue. All right, next we are going to variables. All right, let's see. We have an x next. We have x here, but we do not have x there, so we do not write the x underneath. They are not common. Then we go to a y, 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 y. Perfect. So we do have a y. Now let's see, what's our lowest power of a y? 3, 2, 2. So 2 is our lowest, so we go with 2. All right. And there's no z here, no z here, there's z here. No, well, too bad. Now, since we don't have a z in these two, we don't go with the z for the common. All right, so see it 3 times, write it once. 7y squared. So that's answer choice C. They didn't tell you, you didn't have to divide and distribute. Excuse me, you didn't have to finish it up. They just wanted this part of the GCF. So let's see. GCF. Okay, but since I like to go further, I'm going to finish it. So I'm going to put it down. And now we're going to do 14 divided by 7 is 2. We don't have any, I know you don't have to do this, but I'm going to finish this. We don't have an x, so we just write that in. Now 3 minus 2 is just y to the first power. Now we're done with the first part. Now we have 35 divided by 7. I guess 5. If you don't have an x, you still have to write it in because that is the remainder. These two cancel out, so we're done with that. Minus 63 divided by 7 is 9. These two cancel out, and the z, you still have to write it in because it can't just disappear. It has to be in the remainder. So this would be our final answer. All right, number 8. We have 21 or to the 5th minus 18 or to the 4th. So this is our answer B. So we were looking at the answer choices. Just double check the problem real quick. Okay, so what's being asked here is they want to know 2 answer choices which are completely factored out. So we're going to look at B. This is what was given. 3 or 7 to the 4th power, 7 or minus 6. All right, so this is answer choice B. We're going to look at this. Got big numbers here. So you got to have what's common in both of these. RGCF is 3. And with the R's, the smaller R. Okay, so if this matches the front, so the remainder is definitely, which is right here, it's completely factored out. All right, so B is one of our answers because you cannot reduce this anymore. All right, I'm going to try D. The next one. Negative 10 U squared minus 10 U equals negative 10 U plus 1. Okay, this was all giving. Okay, now let's double check. Go to our problem and see which are common. Negative 10, yep, they both common. And then the smallest U, so U to the first power. So now we're going to look at this one. You have that. So this cannot be reduced. So D checks off too. So that is our second answer. And then that concludes our lesson 1.